Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sony ICF-S10MK2, and I perform a daytime medium wave band scan. First we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third I'll start cruising the Chicago area daytime band. So let's check it out, the Sony ICF-S10MK2. All analog, sweetheart, I absolutely love it. It's been about 3 years since I showcased this on the channel, and I figured it's about time to bring it back out. I checked prices on eBay. You can find these selling between 20 to 30 bucks for a good example, possibly under 20 if you watch those listings carefully. If you want a mint new in box, you're going to pay about $50 to $80. Crazy amount of money. I recommend not doing it that way. I just find a mint example opened and used. That's the best way. But I am a eBay partner, so if you check out the paid links down below and you click one, I may earn from qualifying purchases, and what that means to you is no additional costs, which is awesome. And those little commissions I earn goes towards picking up more classic radios to showcase on the channel. So rock on. So yeah, let's go over features. So this radio is pretty neat. It's compact. I really like it. The follow-up radio to this one was the ICF P26, as you guys remember, and the P27. The P27 disappeared. I don't know what happened to that one. They got bulky. This one actually did it right. Made it more pocket-friendly, has a recessed antenna spot, just did a lot of things correct. And a lot of people love this radio, and I think that's why it's still popular to this day. Volume control still works fine. I guess volume control on the P26 was a problem. So yeah, this is a great radio. So let's look it over. We got a carry strap built into the left-hand side. We got our volume on-off control. We got an earphone jack. We have our FM antenna, which is 17.5 inches in length. Just opens up like this. Straight up. There's no 360, just up or down. But that's all you need. Going to the front here, we got Sony on our dial. We got this nice bright orange indicator. And we got FM dial there. 88 to 108. And then our AM dial says 530 to 1620. I don't know why this wasn't expanded. I don't think the radio is that old. But that would be something else. But I think, yeah, we don't have the full up to 1710, but I mean, we might. We'll check it out. It's been a while. I don't remember. Tuning LED right here. That's nice. Turns red when we're in tune. Our speaker down here is about 2 inch and has decent tonal quality for what this radio does. Right hand side, we have the AM FM band select. We have the tuning wheel here. Nice. I like this design. Nice job. Really like it. I don't know if it came in black or not. You guys can let me know. I've only seen it in silver, so I'll go ahead and open the battery compartment. You've got 2 AA batteries in there. Yeah, they run forever. I'm guessing at least 70 hours. I knew the P26 model would run up to 100 hours. So yeah, nice. So let's do a quick size comparison, and then we'll start with cruising the daytime band. And here we can hear around Chicago. Thinking quite a bit. Like I said, it's been a while. CC pocket in the house. Looks a little smaller than it. Yeah. AM FM weather alert radio. Yeah. Got to pay a little extra for this one, though. I think it's like 65 bucks nowadays. Yeah, I'd rather spend 20 on this for that analog tuning on the medium wave. Sounds fantastic. Here we have the CC Skywave 2. Now, the neat thing about the CC Skywave 2 introduces AM FM stereo, weather alert, airband, shortwave, and a lot of great things on this radio. But this is our frequency checker because sometimes I get lost on the dial, mainly at night, but during the day I could possibly. Because it does tighten up here towards the top of the dial. There's quite a bit of stations in my area in that range, so yeah, I might have to bring this out to hear which one it is. So, but yeah, nice to have this as a standby. And of course, you don't have those 2 radios. I have a deck of cards. Oh yeah, it's Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He's a Sony fanboy and has his own club, man. Yeah, he's Iron Man, tuning away with his Sony man. Yeah. Rock on. So there you go. You get an idea for size, right? Cool. Iron Man. Oh, cool. There he goes. All right. So let's turn this on and cruise the daytime band. Now, currently the time was 10:53 a.m. at Central, where it's Central Daylight Time, near Chicago, Illinois, USA. I'm a northwest suburb. Give you an idea of my location. So let's go ahead and turn it on. There we go. We're at the bottom of the band. And of course, you'll see me turning the radio. That's orientating the ferrite antenna towards the station I'm trying to receive to improve the quality of audio and signal strength. So let's go ahead and go to our first station. There it is, right there. You can just make out something. So if I turn it to the north,
like the Latin definite or the Latin name for it of its class,
Lumbricus terrestris.
Yeah, that was really good. That's
a term.
That was I know.
So here's 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. Yeah, so this is has a little bit of hiss to it. You can probably improve it with a Terk Advantage Passive Loop.
You should run for
Let me bring it in. I'll show it to you.
It's my face. I can't.
It doesn't matter anymore.
No,
So here's a Terk Advantage Passive Loop. Put it perpendicular to where the antenna is at. And then tune. So whoops, I got to hit the purple knob here and tune it.
Like there was no tomorrow, I would never last.
I think you get way more votes. Did you ever see Nancy Pelosi? Nancy Pelosi didn't have a problem with the clapping and the.
Helps a bit.
She did snort well.
Exactly.
Did add gain and got us our tuning light to turn on.
When we return, very excited.
Keep that off the table. Okay, let's keep going.
Colleen McCarthy is here.
AM 560, the answer.
Is your money safe? Are you reading about the push for the digital dollar?
So 560 WIND, Chicago, the answer.
Look, with all the things we've learned about
A
what
right-wing
the feds are
station.
up to, that's not a shock, right? I'm encouraging you to get The Secret War on Cash. The Secret War on Cash is a compelling, insightful report created by my friends at Swiss America.
I'm Jen Moy. Thanks for listening.
Money call.
Support for NPR comes from the station and from Raymond James, a firm focused on transforming lives.
Okay, so we're just picking up NPR station, WILL, Urbana, Illinois. This is 580. It's 150 miles to the south-southeast. Let's improve it with the loop. Bring it in again. Always nice to have these loops handy. Don't need batteries. They can really help. There you go.
These are anti-government, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, violent extremists, and
Nice.
they must be.
Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, just a hint of 590. That's WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, 140 miles to the east. Bring the loop in.
News Radio 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids. Listen on the free iHeart.
Okay, so it wasn't 590, it was 600. So WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa is 175 miles to the west. Okay, we'll just keep going. Actually, let's see the difference between this Sony and a modern radio and see if the Skywave 2 is super hot. Yeah, that's picking it up nicely there. So we'll go ahead and turn this back up here and keep going.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Great info, Jeff. More information online at myknowledgebroker.com.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Spring Early Bird Event. Now through March
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
To our rewards members with exclusive members-only deals. Like buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Rewards members get an extra Black Information Network.
Tell your smart device to play the Black Information Network on iHeartRadio.
So this is 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois.
We welcome you to a Monday, March the 11th. I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the
Website for data management practices.
This segment is sponsored by the Chicago Wolves. Come cheer on the Wolves this Friday night at Allstate Arena with another $3 beer night. Get your tickets at ChicagoWolves.com.
670 The Score, WSCR, Chicago.
60 seconds on the score.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment. And Lowe's knows
After 11 o'clock, I guess we'll talk more about this Bears thing later on. I'm not sure what this means, but 312 texted in and said, "Take that, Jerry Reinsdorf." 773 said, "Arlington Heights blew it." Our trip to England and Wales in September sold out, so we've added a second tour. One that will be led by our own Mary Vandeveld. You'll visit all the same sites that Brenda and I are going to go to.
So 720 WGN Chicago.
Theater in London, a tour of Cardiff Castle in Wales, and Stonehenge and Freetime. Mary's group and my group then will meet up for dinner in London.
Perspective. Visit EWTNnews.com. Take 2 with Jerry and Debbie. Starts now.
750 WNDZ, Portage, Indiana. This is a relevant radio, a Catholic radio station.
And stressed his goal to reduce the deficit.
Cut it by $1 trillion already, another trillion over the next decade. And that's my goal, to cut by $3 trillion by making the wealthy and big corporations finally begin to pay their fair share.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
On CNBC.
780 WBBM, Chicago.
Proposal for a 10% tariff on imports. New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez and his wife pleading not guilty today to
Stop lethal injections. Willie is set to be put to death on.
Here's 820 WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois, about 40 miles away.
The market prepares for a report on inflation that could show how realistic its hopes for easier interest rates are. This is AP News.
Yeah, I have to start by saying, ooh, Keon looks pretty today. Do we have, I'm sorry, Nancy. Cameraman.
So 860 WNOV, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles north. Low power station, about 350 watts, I believe.
Put it down a little bit more. Yeah, the tip, that's what I meant.
But the smooth analog tuning is fun.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Demilola Odeyama says that those who haven't received...
Here's WLS Chicago, 890.
The people who are infected can infect up to 90% of people, and I don't.
Now the priest prays the praise.
Nevertheless, it was a kind of a weird thing. I don't know what the problem was. Till I had it. But no, the 1 hour, I don't know what the problem was.
920 WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Big Badger. Again, we can bring the loop in, improve the signal. Let's go ahead and do that.
A lot of different stuff to get to. We've got the Badgers. They fought hard. They didn't lose by double digits. It was kind of what you wanted to see coming out of the game against Rutgers. So not a bad way to end their season. You would have loved to have gotten a win, but we kind of knew they were against the odds in that. Also, when you look at when you talk about
sponsored by the National Center for Padre Pio in Marteau, Pennsylvania, inviting you to pray the Padre Pio
930 WKBM. I don't know if I have that right. I think it's WBKM, Sandwich, Illinois.
Monday Punday strikes again on the inner life.
Okay, I had it right the first time. WKBM, Sandwich, Illinois. Relevant radio. I used to call it WBKM for quite a long time.
Here's today's offering. The Academy Awards were last night, with Oppenheimer doing very well. The film is a war thriller about J. Robert Oppenheimer and his role in the development of the atomic bomb. And hey, you know what? It's great.
Okay, we get it.
Look, kids, it's Barbie and Ken sitting just near each other, right? And Barbie, I want you to know
Got a hint here of 940 WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Now, the cool thing, in the evening it comes in more clear, and it has music, which is rockin', classic rock. Next to it's 950 WNTD Chicago, relevant radio.
Welcome to the Inner Life with Patrick Conley.
Again, I could bring the loop out and improve it.
This warm winter also played a role in boosting construction.
So it's a decent radio for some semi-locals and a lot of daytime locals. 970 WHA, Madison, Wisconsin, which is about 72 miles to the northwest.
Which is the fourth largest maple syrup
NPR station.
Many of the state's farmers started production in January and February, earlier than they can ever remember doing so.
I don't think Matt Jones probably excites you at that point if you're, by way of trade, right?
No.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I mean, I think that's...
No.
Right, so those are
The old school tuning light really is nice to have. 1000 WMVP Chicago. ESPN.
That we got to such a point with Russell Wilson, who had 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions for the Denver Broncos, and they were one game under 500.
WNVR, Rockin' Out, Vernon Hills, Illinois. Don't know what he's saying, but rockin'.
Personally, you think it's like, I was going to say, just like their fans are. There's a reason you walk into the booth and say, hey, Green Bay Packers.
1050 WLAP, Kenosha, Wisconsin. To the north.
Go after the best one this time and spend my money. I'm like, you know what, though? There's this many guys out there, the price might come down.
$1,000 y tú puedes unirte llamando al 773-777.
It actually might have been 1070. This is 1080 WNWI, Oakland, Illinois. This music.
Or man coverage on 34% of plays instead of 28% of plays. That's different.
There's 1070 WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin. Sweet. Okay, so we got these stations. I went a little fast.
An extra 3 plays a game, but it's in crunch time plays. First and 10. And if it is...
There we go. Okay, cool. Let's keep going.
Pues decirle al Señor con un sí. And remember, there was de que tengamos mucho dinero. Aquí es de que tengamos...
This is 1110 WXCS, Chicago.
Mucha compasión, como Cristo lo manifestó.
Pro TikTok. Not that I want the Chinese spying on you, but it's a complicated discussion. We will get into some of that. And also, I have learned some excellent tricks for getting that perfect sear on my New York strips.
1130 WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Component to it as well. We will also dive into
for instance, would invasion of Rafah, which you have urged him not to do, would that be a red line?
1160 Hope for Your Life, Christian Radio, WYLL, Chicago.
It was still critical, so there's no red line. I'm going to cut off all weapons so they don't have the Iron Dome to protect them. They don't have, but there's red lines.
There you go, the Q, or I call it the Squirrel, WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. On 1180, it's College-Town music. Sycamore's right next to DeKalb, which has Northwestern University in Illinois. Oh yeah.
Buenos días. Buenos días.
Sí, dígame.
Buenos días, compas, chonchis.
Buenos días, ¿cómo andamos?
WRTO, Chicago, Illinois, 1200.
No se siente nada, pues lo bueno que ya estoy saliendo de aquí de esta punta, pero pues en fin.
Si le hubieras pagado, güey, le hubieras dejado que pagara, güey, para que se le quitara el payaso.
Sister station, WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois, on 1220. Running the same programming, it sounds like.
Pagando la apuesta, pero no.
Oye, vete, está en la junta, pero...
Started my family and came back to Larson Acres. My grandma and grandpa bought this site in 1957, but I'm fifth generation. We've been in the area over 100 years.
WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin, an agro station. I'll learn about farming, and I'll learn about when to plant crops, how to raise your livestock, all that stuff.
I always said it was best when it's best for the best to do that. And Larson Acres, forse perché soltanto hai amato la vita, forse perché conosco il tuo animo nobile.
Here's 1240 WSBC, Chicago.
See him as a hoist the trophy guy, but Dak and Cousins have won a lot of games.
That's fair. By the way, you see the Baker on the screen, three years for $100 million.
This is 1280.
Guys, we really dug into the deal, and it sounds like it's closer to 2 years, 40 years.
Well, okay, but actual money, all the deals. I mean, let's face it. If you have a quarterback, these things are getting Mahomes' deal's getting reworked every couple.
I'll say change something on WBIG here, Aurora, Illinois. They usually have a shopping show going on at this time, but not now.
High school, college, and pro.
Probably because we're at daylight time now.
dusts himself off. He's got great self-belief, and that's a real...
Over the use of illegal
instead of the... They just came up with undocumented a few years ago. They're just trying to come up with some euphemism.
Here's 1310 WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin. A lot of stations here now, jammed in, so I don't know how the selectivity is going to be. Hopefully good.
and the entire answer to me is disqualifying and should...
There was an issue in Washington, and then in Washington, there was a lack of belief in...
Two stations here, WNTA Rockford, which is to the west, which is the one we're hearing. And then that fluttering signal is 1330 WKTA Evanston, directly east, interfering. WLBK DeKalb, Illinois, College Town Music on 1360. Nice. They used to have a trading show where you could trade a tire in for a chicken or a chicken in for a battery. I don't know. Just cool stuff. But never a radio. Cool. The Beat, 1380 WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. It's cool. We got the little jingle.
Attorney is set to challenge Scott McAfee in Georgia. He's the judge in the Fulton County Trump case. Also for Black kids, gun violence is an education.
So this is 1390 WGRB, Gospel Radio, Chicago.
Here, how are Americans processing? For these stories and more, listen to the Black Information Network.
500 kilometers in excess of 300 miles are designed for who? Designed for the fighters and designed for the leaders. Yeah, that is it. The women and the children.
Here's 1400 WRGN, Racine, Wisconsin.
And sinister pin the rose on Hamas.
So, well, here's what Netanyahu told us. And I'll say that. Edition Act of, what was it, 1800?
The tradition of more than 25 years of spending Sunday mornings together. I'll have a lifetime of memories.
So I think this is 1440 WROK Rockford. Like I said, it's getting harder to find where I'm at, so we just enter it in here and check. Whoops, I think I'm off one. There we go. Okay, Iron Country jumped up quite a bit. I should have known that. 1490 WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. We missed a few stations, but not a big deal. We'll just keep going. Okay, we tune this in with the loop. We got time.
And that God is not an addendum or a church service. God is the one to whom you have aligned yourself.
And we can see if this is 1520, because I think it might be 1520.
This definition of a man. Let's go back to our passage, Exodus 34. God didn't just give you stuff to do without a good reason. Verse 24.
Not a high-pitched tone, it's the signal. Yep, 1520. I think it's WLUV, Loves Park, Illinois.
And no man shall covet your land when you go up 3 times a year to appear before the Lord.
Yeah, loop makes a huge difference. Okay, here we are at 1580 WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin. Bring the loop in again, just because.
Hearing a lot more. That organ donations are up 100%. Wait, what? And yeah, and I lost.
so it's hard to pull that out of there. Selectivity is getting tough. Okay, next.
여러분 영적으로도 마찬가지. 우리가 잘해지는 거 우리 힘으로 잘해질 수 없다니까. 예수 그리스도께서 우리를 위해서 십자가에서 피를
1590 WCGO, Evanston, Illinois.
우리는 절대로 자유함을 누릴 수가 없어.
There's 1620. Lake County Traffic Advisory Radio. And sometimes you can clear it up with this, sometimes you can't. Almost get a legible signal out of that. So right now we're picking up 1640 WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin, which is a relevant radio station.
Today on the show is a need that addresses our physical needs, of course, but especially when shared with loved ones. I mean, it addresses a very profound spiritual need as well. Talking about family meals today here on the program with our spiritual director, Father Dave Heaney. When was the time when you had maybe a family meal that was really stuck in your mind as a really important, special one? Give us a call.
There you go. Beautiful thing to have, that loop. Terk Advantage. You'll pay more for that loop than you will this radio, but if you have a lot of radios and you like the AM band, that loop's a good investment. I usually put it in the paid link area down below too. Check it out. See what you think. You buy it on Amazon. If you don't like it, you can return it, but I love it. I've been using it ever since. And I have two other loops. I have a Texan AN200, and I have a Select Antenna by C Crane. And I use that one the most, the Terk. Okay, I think we topped out there. Stopped at 1640. So that's about as high as I can get. All right, cool. So we're going to turn this off. There you go. A nice little daytime run around Chicago. You know, there's a lot of static there. I would say it's great for locals, as you heard. It sounds great. Tonal quality is fantastic. I'm in kind of a rural area, so yeah, I don't quite pick up the Chicago stations perfectly. Those semi-locals get a little harder. I actually pick up Madison better, if you noticed. But otherwise, a great radio. I enjoy it. I just enjoy the analog experience of tuning through there. Now, some DSP radios, as you saw, or digital radios are going to be better. But, something inexpensive to throw in your pocket, something analog. People just love that smooth tuning, especially in the evening. It's just really going to be fun. I'll do an evening one as well. Current one, and you can just hear the difference at night and just slowly going through and finding so much on the band, especially because it wakes up and the radio becomes more sensitive because it gets more energy from the skywave traveling with the medium wave versus the ground wave, and you don't need to loop as much or ever. So that's something to think about when you're picking up a radio. You can use it more for the evening or daytime. If you need a DXer during the day, you might want a different radio. If you want a DXer at night, this might be just fine. And you want an analog radio and something to put in the pocket just for everyday use, for listening to a ball game, this is perfect. I love it. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. I appreciate it. If you like Sony radios and want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the old ICF-S10MK2. Is this something you'd still want to pick up in 2024 and beyond? Let me know what your thoughts are on that subject. I'd like to read about it. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.